With the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. On the visitor sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys got the season started on a high note, a home victory in the opener. Then on the Dolphins side, you've got Mike McDaniel. His guys also winners in week 1, so a couple of one. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. And the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year, awfully impressive. There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Short one here, caught by McBride. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Throwing is Rodgers. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just match protect, keep everyone in, and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken at the 46. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
15 yards. And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line.
17 yards. That's good for Dolphins. First down.
Rodgers tapping his forward on the jet sweep. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
He was taken down.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
2-2 at well. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of a yard. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 1. Swift is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Swift. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Garrett Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys got to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Lawrence. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. And Miami's offense set and ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And we'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Swift. There's some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 48. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Down right around the 25. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Now 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a play action now for Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run over center with Benson. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now,
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
that was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30. New England's offense set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They run again on first down. Chubb to the 43, second down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And again, it's Chubb. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. Now Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Touchdown, Patriots. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Miami set to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a give right side Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
For another Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Dolphins, first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Benson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, Lawrence. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
5-yard gain on the play. And a Patriot first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 40 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, New England.
They run it again with Chubb. Still going inside the 20. All the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nick Chubb, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
The point after through the raindrops, something good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. Well, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Lawrence to throw. A throw out wide going to be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 7.
29-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
To throw, it's Rodgers. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to first. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
43-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Hefty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Open man is Atwell, complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good.
They'll run the ball here with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Quinton Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Short one here, caught by McBride. And a gain of 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
3rd and 9.
Here's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Miami. A 40-yard punt, giving 3 on the return, and the Patriots take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Josh Hines Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the 1st down.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The Patriots offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
New England.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a quarterback blitzing and run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Dolphins.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll be out right at the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That's another Dolphins first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. A short one here caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Another Miami Dolphins. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Now 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On the option to give to Swift here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Johnson brought down. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now it's Rodgers. And a short one here, caught by McBride. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A 2-yard
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The Patriots take over.
The pass at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Back now in Miami. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he's going to have the Patriots first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Patriots.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Lawrence will throw. The pass caught by his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And back to the 30. It'll be 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Was brought down by Levante David. A 3-yard pickup.
Now a toss for Swift left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Once again it's Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Benson. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
That's good for another Miami Dolphin.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game?
Yeah, he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
New England's offense set to go. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with it punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, New England.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try to draw now with Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd and 2.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of a
They
yard.
go up the middle with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Rodgers going to throw. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he'll be out right at the 35.
It's a gain of 11. And the Dolphins
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Goes right back to McBride. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 146 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 9 yards that time. Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Swift. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. Throw right side, Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. New England on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll fake it there on the jet sweep, but instead, here's Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are, looking at 2-0 right now. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Miami, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.